Hey everyone, Couch Investor back with another Lemonade video for you today. So in today's video, we're going to go over the Q3 earnings that Lemonade reported yesterday night. We're going to go over some exciting news regarding a new policy, life insurance. The actual numbers were pretty good if you ask me, and the actual stock price has gone up recently as well. So overall, pretty happy with that. But before I jump into this video, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, help me reach 6,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, leave it an early thumbs up as it really helps me outgrow the channel and get my videos out there. So without further ado, let's start with the charts. Alright, so what we can see here is that $45, $46 is a very strong support. It's been there a couple of times now and it always rebounded from that area. But now we are reaching a resistance at $68 to $70. It's been there once, twice, even 3 times right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts after this solid earnings. Of course, if it can break the $70 mark, then we're again in these uncharted territories, because I don't think it will go straight up to over $80. So it remains to be seen what will happen if they break that resistance. If it fails to break that resistance, yes, I do believe we can go back down to around $60, maybe $55. I might be adding a bit more to my position because I actually sold at around these prices right here, a bit of my position, because as I said in previous videos, I went in the stock a bit too aggressively and I sold here, was pretty happy because it went all the way back down to $46. So I'll be waiting and seeing what happens next. All right, so let's dive into the earnings report. So first up, we have in-force premium at a rise of 99% year-over-year growth at $188.9 million. We have a premium per customer at 201. That's an increase of 19% and an increase in customer base of 67% year-over-year. We're at around 941,313. Now that in-force premium number actually beat the high point of the estimate by 7%, and the gross earned premium also beat the high point of the estimate by 10%. It also grew 104% year over year at $42.9 million. And gross loss ratio also decreased by 7.7%. We're at 72% right now. I'm pretty sure they can go under the 70% going forward. Obviously, it will take some time, but I'm pretty positive on that. You can actually see it right here. Just a year ago, they had 562,000 customers. Now we're almost at 1 million. Premium per customer was just $169 a year ago. Now we're over the $200. So you can see it's always increasing and increasing, even in the times of these with the pandemic going on. So pretty positive numbers if you ask me. Now gross profit and gross profit margin. So gross profit were at $7.3 million, up 83% year over year growth. And gross profit margin were up 41%, which is insane, especially if you look at last year, which was just 21%. Right, so now I'm gonna read this little paragraph right here because I think it's pretty important. So the third quarter saw continued good news for Lemonade, despite concerns that the pandemic might disrupt migratory patterns and with them our seasonal strongest quarter. Q3 saw stronger growth than we originally anticipated and sustained improvements across our unit economics. Right, so now let's go and look at the lifetime value, graduation, and dollar retention. So basically, they saw continued improvement in other important facets of our business. Even as our total book of business doubled year on year, the in-force premium generated by Lemonade renters graduating to become Lemonade homeowners grew by over 300% in Q3 2020 as compared to Q3 2019. So what does this actually mean? Basically acquiring renters at a time and a cost that incumbent struggles to, then delighting them so that as their insurance needs to grow, they grow with Lemonade. Now, indeed, as of Q3, 12% of their condo customers are graduates. Now, on average, the premium per customer for graduates sextupled to almost $900 upon graduation. So another way to look at it, says right here, is to say that we acquired the initial premium of about $150 at a profitable customer acquisition cost. Remember this little word. And acquired the incremental $750 because, like they said, when you graduate, this number jumps to $900 at a customer acquisition cost of 0. Now, beyond graduation, the steady gains we've seen in lifetime value were further boosted by the cross-sells enabled by our launch of pet health insurance. Now, it's very, very interesting what happens with pet insurance. So we're going to go into that right now. So when they launched pet health insurance, the effect is significant. The median premiums for customers who added a pet policy jumped by almost 4 times. This has boosted our dollar retention while further improving our lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio. So as these two factors increases, so does their readiness to spend more on a customer's acquisition. Basically, let's say they're spending $10 now per customer, and that customer comes and spends $100. And then basically what they're saying is that they're willing to spend maybe $20 to acquire those types of customers because they're bringing in so much more revenue than they previously anticipated. They also say that about 40% of their policies were sold to new customers, and about 5% of them have already added renters or homeowners policy to their new pet policy. Sales of pet policies to newcomers delivered about 9 times more in-force premiums than we generated from renters insurance in the 3 months following its launch 4 years ago, and at a rate of marketing efficiency that took our renters product 3 years to achieve, which is actually insane if you think about it. But again, that's why they entered the pet health insurance, because if you have a pet, obviously it's part of your family. So it's another way for Lemonade to, let's say, enter that ecosystem and try to make everyone that has a pet buy maybe or switch to Lemonade if they're renting or having a home. They anticipate pet accounting for roughly 5% of their book of business by year end 2020, 6 months after their launch, which is crazy. It's only going to grow more and more if you ask me. Now, this is their guidance for Q4 and full year 2020. So we see here in-force premiums between 200 and 205, gross earned premiums between 46 and 48, revenue between 18 and 19. For the full year, same thing, between 200 and 205, which was previously 190 to 195 million. So they are actually increasing guidance right now. And lastly, they are planning to bring life insurance into the whole Lemonade ecosystem in the next 90 days. Now, they actually say that it's pretty hard to actually succeed in that segment, because they say here, teams we respect at other tech-enabled insurance companies have at times struggled to make the economics of digital acquisition work with term life policies, and we offer no assurances that we will fare any better. We are placing a bet on term life, then not because we have high conviction it will be a winner, but because its expected value is high. The ante is modest, the odds are fair, and the price is big. What does that mean? The price is big because the global term life insurance market stands at about $800 billion this year and is expected to grow more than 10% compound annual growth rate to over $2 trillion by the end of the decade. So yes, it's a risk they're willing to take, but again, if it pays off, it will pay off pretty big. Alright, so to conclude this video, if you skip the earnings part, basically customer base is growing each and every quarter. They're almost at 1 million customers. Premiums always go higher. More and more people graduate, meaning they go from the renter's policy to the homeowner's policy. Pet insurance is going to be huge for Lemonade. It's already a big part now of Lemonade. Only a couple of months after launching, people are underestimating the power of having a pet and taking insurance for your pet. As we've just seen, people that take insurance with Lemonade for their pets are likely to get homeowners insurance, maybe renter's policy, and maybe my next point is life insurance. They're going to go into life insurance. If they're going to succeed or not remains to be seen, because it's, like they said, it's a very difficult market to enter. But regardless, I'm very bullish on Lemonade. I actually loved this earnings report. I love to see them try and add other policies, even if those are risky policies, to their portfolio and the whole ecosystem. So again, this is a long-term investment. If you can't handle the short-term volatility, this stock is not for you, and you might wait until this stock gets settled at around the price, I don't know when. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.